I heard pretty Ricky, Ricky, Ricky. It's 5 in the morning. Yeah, it's literally 5 in the morning, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? It's 5:27 a.m. and it's August 14th, 2025, and it is Thursday. Happy Jupiter Day. But anywho, some of y'all could be Sagittariuses out there, Leos, Aquariuses, Tauruses, Cancers. So yeah, put it where it fits. Something could be going on in your domestic life. There could be some type of change or some type of balance or some type of restoration. Okay. Some of y'all could be fighting a virus right now because I'm seeing something about colds and chicken soup and you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So yeah. Also something about cartoons. Y'all could be watching a lot more cartoons. Maybe your inner child is I'm about to say craving. Yeah, it could be craving that. Okay. Something about the credits. I don't know if you guys have been noticing that too, or maybe we're just on different timelines, but I've been noticing like certain cartoons I used to watch back in the day. Now when my son is watching them and the credits are going, I'm seeing I'm like, I don't recall that company owning them or. And granted, I know different people, sell their brand and stuff like that, but I do not recall, certain little features, even like the chipmunks, like back in the day, they were so cute and quaint, and now they just look so mean, especially like in their snout, their nose area. I don't recall them having that stripe down their face. It could just be me though. You know what I'm saying? And then also like Sailor Moon. I don't know why I'm talking about cartoons, but Sailor Moon. Um, I didn't know they had so much like Japanese in there, or Chinese or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Asian, like they talk a lot more of that stuff that we don't understand. And it's so interesting because when I had my last son, he was like a weeks old, and we would just like, you know, the he would be wanting to listen to like Chinese and stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? But his last name is of Asian descent, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, like, that shit run deep in the blood, man. And our different past lives, we were different people. Some were men, some were women, some were Asian, some were white. It goes really deep. And I also feel like, depending on how you behave in this life, you'll return in the next life as something you despised in this life or you treated horribly. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's just how karma works. Because you ever notice some people and you be like, damn, you just have it bad. What's going on with you? But it's because they could have been a fucked up individual in their past life. But yeah. Something about martial arts. You guys could be traveling. You could be studying this. You guys could be doing like a documentary or maybe a research paper, or just looking into different cultures and religions and different ideologies and stuff like that. Some of y'all could just be training for like a bodybuilding. I don't know why I keep getting bodybuilding energy. Okay, but anywho, let's go. Okay, so on August 10th, 2025 at 7:40 a.m., I got some messages. Is this the right paper, child? Yeah, this is right. I just ain't do it. I didn't do this one. So, something about hard to breathe. This all goes back to that cold and that sickness I was saying. Somebody could be having trouble breathing or calibrating or recalibrating. And this was on August 10th. So, this was like right after that full moon, new moon. So some of y'all could be having respiratory issues, but they did say there was some type of strain going around, or I feel like some of y'all are just trying to adjust with the energies, the fusing of the energies. So I feel like that's where the discrepancy is coming in, and you might be having like ascension symptoms, like a spiritual flu and shit like that. So yeah. Did I pray? Angels, answers, divine ones, holy ones, I'm asking you to come forth and hold the line. Ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, Please shield and protect our over. Cover everyone in my home. Cover my children. Cover myself. Cover the collective. Let me be the clear channel to receive the messages they need to hear and not what they want to hear. Block and bind and rebuke anything that is not here for our highest and our greatest good. Ashe. Let's go. Something about a father spirit. So, you know, ancestors might be trying to connect with you with that whole portal and all that good stuff. And there was a lot of different I was just seeing a whole bunch of things on how people feel about the whole 8-8 portal or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I don't know why Spirit brought me back to this message, but that 8-8 portal was very intense. I slept. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Remember, I was on that 10-day cleanse, baby. I ain't had no time for nothing. Okay? I didn't even want to think too hard. Like, when I tell you I was just trying to make it. When I tell you your girl was just trying to make it out the bed, I was just like, not dragging, but my body was like, if you don't lay down, we gonna lay you down. But a lot of crown chakra activation, just a lot of integration. That's all I'm hearing. Integration. But let's see some of these messages. It says, oh God. It's just like I said something about recalibrating. It's just like a thermometer. When you put it in cold water, it resets. So some of y'all could have did a cold water plunge. Y'all got to be careful with these trends, child. Because you know how they have that little series on TikTok, and it's like, what was the one little small thing that you did that changed the course of your life? And people were saying some good stuff. One guy said that he didn't have money to go out. He stayed home because he only had like money for basically car fare to and from work. And he was like, I can't spend it. I can't even afford no drinks or nothing. So let me just stay in the house. I think I told y'all this before, and how he started a whole purse line just by staying home and, you know what I'm saying, deciding to whatever. Then another lady, she was like, she went and did a cold plunge, the cold shower, whatever. And she said it hit her so hard that she had a motherfucking stroke. And then found out that she had some type of disease or something was wrong with her, and had another stroke, and it was a mess. So y'all have to be careful with these damn challenges. Stop trying every damn thing on TikTok. Stop doing everything you see. It was given like a monkey see, monkey do type energy, okay? And some of y'all could even be doing that, like setting a trap in a sense, but not really. It's like playing telephone, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what's what. But anywho, some of y'all could be having like a lot of challenges and opposition, but ultimately achieving it. I was hearing something about succeeding your adversaries, overcoming all. Exodus 23:22. I don't know why I feel like I did this. Some of y'all could be having like deja vu. Yeah, that Mandela effect. Something going on, child. I don't know. I hope y'all not going back in no type of kind of like a loop or nothing, or, you know what I'm saying? We are at a retrograde now. But yeah, something about a water leak. Okay? Anywho, there's been a lot of leakage stuff going on, because remember I did that video and I was like, there's a leak in this old building and my soul has got to move, my soul. So still something that keeps coming up. There could be a gas leak somewhere. I'm seeing the shell symbol. I'm seeing yellow and red. So somebody could be trying to siphon your root chakra or your sexual energy or your creative, you know what I'm saying, your confidence or something like that. Something about a plant too. boxes moving, but I feel like you guys could be like releasing distractions and taking more action to assert yourself, you know? You guys have like a winning mindset. I don't know if you guys changed that. Something about an afro, analyzing. Some of y'all could be analysts. And I was coming in here saying something about cartoons, right? So you guys could be doing commercials. Maybe you guys are rebranding, or y'all could even recreating something or starting a passion project of your own. Okay, I'm seeing Sonic, my son Sonic. So yeah, something about listen carefully or listening carefully to the sound of God with is in self with it with you know you listening to your own intuition. Okay, and how once you listen to your calling and you're standing your truth and follow the word, because you know it has different little hidden gems to be able to help you navigate through this life. You know what I'm saying? So by listening to your inner voice, which is your God, right? Your conscience, you'll be able to always be one up on the opposition. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, something about 1,000 years, okay? 1,000 years of meditation. Somebody could have been in like hibernation or been stuck somewhere, trapped somewhere. Somebody could have been trapped in their mind or something like that. This could be like some ancient deity or something. Something could be being released at this time. There's a leak in this old building in my soul. Yeah, something about incense. Why is my throat doing this? Y'all, I didn't just wake up, but I ain't had my tea or nothing like that. Something about a vaccine or a treatment. Some of y'all throat chakra could just be opening. Okay? Some of y'all could just be speaking up more, articulating yourself a little better. Mercury is like moving on out. So, you know, you getting your little spunk back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I heard course correction. All right. It was 12:33 on the clock. So 333 could be significant. Mind, body, and soul. Y'all saw that? Click, clack. All right now. Where's my glasses, child? What else? Trusting in the divine, God will protect you. Yeah. They will definitely fight for you. Yeah. Ensure you have victory over. Yeah, I already said that. Stop outsourcing. I heard stop outsourcing. Some of y'all could be making your own incense. Okay, of course you have to buy sage. Maybe you guys could be growing sage, you know, drying it out. Also using more herbs. Okay, something about army fatigue, camouflaging yourself. This could be somebody who's in the military or somebody who's just very disciplined. Some of y'all could really work out a lot or going to start that regimen to put in a practice to be able to have better wellness. This could be some of y'all in boot camp. Y'all could be in like an exercise boot camp or something of the sort, you know? When my sister was alive, she had a boot camp for all the kids in the family. And my kids, the thing was you would have to develop a product. So you had to, you know, do your research, put the product together, you know, the different attributes, the pros and the cons, the negative, how it would market. It's given operational manager, so some of y'all could be going into a different field. And foreshadowing and, you know what I'm saying? Taylorisms. It's given a whole bunch of that. So y'all could be in school. This could be school. So she would have to develop the product to be able to publish it and produce it for sale at the end of the camp. I thought that was hella cool. Both my kids were doing it. My son, he did a helmet My son, he did a helmet with padding to protect your head because he was into football at the time. And my daughter, I believe she was doing like something in architecture with like coloring books or something like the sort. It was dope. And her son was doing an app. He did a gaming app because he loved games and stuff. But yeah, somebody could have pre-launched something just to show somebody or prove something to somebody and kind of tainted it in a sense. So this could be somebody launching a project, like say I'm launching a new eye drops, right? I'm launching the eye drops. I know the eye drops aren't ready, but I still launched it. Okay? I still launched it. I didn't even get the labels. I just had the bottle. But because I wanted to shut up and prove to somebody that I was doing something or I was making moves, I just launched it prematurely. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to how truly healed are you if you're still trying to prove to people that you don't need to prove nothing to. You know what I'm saying? So put it back foot, bitch. Okay. It makes you seem unorganized and unprofessional, you know? And nobody wants that. Nobody wants to come into a business and it's like, oh, you ain't got no cups, so I'ma just give you, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got no cups, so you gotta drink it out the bowl. Like, real unorganized, but whatever, not my business. Yeah, something was not well put together, and then you're missing steps. So somebody could be trying to do something and just not taking the traditional route, like doing things backwards. That's like somebody buying a car with no license. I had a friend who did that, and I told y'all about that. Her name was April. So something could be going on in April, happen April. This could be your sign. And she bought a putt-putt. And she was like, oh, Lena, could you drive it for me? But I want to pull up on my block. Like, why do you need to pull up on your block to show and prove to these people who are doing absolutely nothing for you? So this could be somebody who want to prove to a nigga that she's about that life, but she's really not. Or vice versa, male. You know, flip the roles, however you want to put it. Something about row. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just following the leader type shit. Row, you're broke. Yeah. Real child's play, school like, you know what I'm saying? Real immature. These people could be young. They could be younger than you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they have a long way to go. A lot of learning to do. But anywho, you could be speaking to a father figure. Okay. Somebody could be trying to tell you you have to not necessarily hear somebody out, but somebody said to me, what if the person only reached out to you because they're trying to test you, or they have some money and they want to see how you act before they give it to you? And I'm like, that's fucking manipulation and fucking control. If you want to give me something, give it to me. Don't, you know what I'm saying, trying to bullshit me, like, especially when you wasn't there for me or did anything for me. Now I have to what? Accommodate you. Why? You know what I'm saying? So somebody could be trying to like manipulate you, gaslight you, like, oh, you should this and this and that. Why? That means the fucking offer wasn't genuine to begin with, because if you have to be doing all these little tricks and trades to just get my attention or see how I'm going to treat you, like, fucking keep it. I don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, somebody don't even see how they're just still so like in survival mode, and they're just so like licky and just simple. You know what I'm saying? Let me not say simple, because sometimes I would say that I'm simple but not basic, even though it kind of means the same thing. But I'm not one of those. I'm not flashy. I'm not like, I could put on when I'm ready to, but I'm very like laid back in a sense, you know, real subtle with my shit. Okay? Something about systematic decay. Yeah. with these social medias, these socials, this shit can get real volatile and toxic if you truly don't know who you are, because you be trying to live up to the hype and you be fucked up, you know? And I said this in my video yesterday where I said, I've been living in this thing, chasing a dream, not necessarily chasing a dream, but like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that and I'm going to do this. And it's like, you already have been doing it. You travel, you know what I'm saying? You had to find the things of supposedly, you know, like you've done all those things. So now that you found peace, it's like you feel like really well rounded, and you're not gonna allow anybody to just come in and, especially no nigga off the street that wanna interfere in your glory. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. Something about Camden, Maine. Okay. Okay, I was getting Camden, Maine, New Richland, Minnesota, Harmony, Minnesota, Marne, Iowa, Syracuse, Utah, the upper New York area, Troy. Okay. Somebody commands respect at this time, or you're commanding respect. A lot of y'all could be psychic and have a lot of the clears. Y'all are born leaders, and y'all starting to really like see yourself in that way. It says, what dreams come. That's what it say right here. I don't know why I just wrote that. What dreams come. Okay, somebody could be trying to paint, like somebody could be looking at something all wrong. They're like, oh, I'm going to invest in a home. And they think they're going to throw some paint on it, but it's infested with termites. So it's like somebody is not investing well or had some type of bad investment. Something about red hair. Somebody could have red hair. Or you guys could have red hair, orange hair. You guys could be wearing a lot of greens or grounding. Something about the root chakra, heart chakra energy. Daniel, Paul, Kyle, Robert, Keith, Rose. Those names keep coming up. Frank, Gerald, Vincent. Okay, Katie. All right. Something about Psalms 91. Y'all could be doing a lot of prayer work. Okay, something about Jamestown. There go James again. And that's it. That's all I got. Overcoming all obstacles. Something about succeeding your adversary. Okay, let's get a black moon. It's 22. I'm not going to make it long. I'm just going to get a few. Yeah, Cancer, I feel. Y'all could be doing a lot of affirmations, saying a lot of affirmations. Okay. I heard countrywide. Some of y'all could be country runners. Yeah. Somebody could be trying to conceal something. There could be an elite leader out there who's trying to cover something up. You could be exposing this. It's given like they experimenting on humans and shit, making like military weaponry. Yeah, South Node. Somebody could have a South Node in Cancer. Water element sensing. Y'all could be cleansing, a lot of sensation, a lot of clearing work. Marine life. Let's get one of these and see. There's a lot of evil lurking, you know, and the way I feel about evil is the toxins in your body. Okay? Because if you study the biology, you'll see how different organisms, can affect you. You know what I was thinking? And just hear me out. Just hear me out. You know how they have Ophiuchus, right? I was listening to a documentary on Ophiuchus, and it was saying how it just disappeared off the constellation, right? How do we know that? Because you remember they said everything have life, everything have energy, and all the zodiac signs play a significant role. They are an energy. They are a entity if you think about it. How do we know that Ophiuchus didn't like materialize into some type of organism? Because you know how they said the parasite can come into you and infiltrate and make you do certain things and alter your behavior and your attitude and your, you know what I'm saying, your DNA. How do we know that Ophiuchus isn't that entity that's infiltrating everybody's body, but they come in like a parasitic form? Because if you look at that shit on the constellation, that shit look like a parasite. It got two tails kinda and a head. It looked like a parasite and it could be split. It's given strain. So there could be like a new strain or something coming out. Saturn return age, Aquarius, I know. So something could have, you know, and I was saying something about the different calendars yesterday and how they're resetting everything. So maybe they're trying to like time jump to go back online to, you know, reconcile and see. And when I say reconcile, it's like it's giving me the reconciling Kurt where you would have to go back and see where the discrepancy happened. When did it change? Was it when we changed the calendar the shift happened? Or they're trying to go back and figure out in time, but they keep altering something. And for me to come in here and say the whole thing about the cartoon, so it's like they keep changing stuff. And I feel like they don't know how to get it back to where we're not supposed to be remembering. And with the power outages and the storms, I feel like that shit is getting out of hand. I'm trying to tell you. I don't think they could reset something this time and go back in that video. Ooh, I don't think I put that shit out. I don't think I put it out. South Node keeps coming up. So somebody, y'all could still be in y'all South Node, or y'all could be clearing up like some little bit of debris from the South Node energy. Saturn returns, yeah. Maybe around your birthday. That'll be the last little bit of karma you'll clear out. Maybe something's going to happen, or maybe you're going to not do something like you usually do for your birthday, and that's going to change the course of the direction that you need to be going in. Yeah, Uranus, genius. I'm trying to tell you, and Uranus is all about expansion. Things happen suddenly. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what come out. Chiron healing. Yeah. Sag energy is giving a lot of Sag with 29, 8, 29, 9, 8, and 8. Yeah. So that last portal was very significant. I feel like a lot of people, and they were telling people to like manifest, right? But remember, the full moon was the next day. So I'm telling you, a lot of people might have manifested, some type of ending in their manifestation, you know? But I don't know, child. I'm not sure. Let's see. Damn. Let me get one, Spirit. These cards are still kind of new. Let me get one for the collective. All right. What is Cancer? I feel. And it still came out. And it's giving green, so it's giving heart chakra. Right? This could definitely have something to do with your home. You could be in heavy communication around your home, or a home life, or stabilizing something. Also, you could be creating something. You could be building a new home. For me to say the whole thing about the boot camp and or operational management. So some of y'all, yeah, transforming, yeah. Y'all could like be oh my God. Flipping homes. Let's read. I feel for Cancer. What number is that? 16. So yeah, some tower energy could be happening. And 16 came out yesterday. 1616 came out yesterday. Let me put on my glasses, y'all. Some of y'all could be born between July 21st and June June 21st and July 22nd. Your feelings are your God. Did I not say that? Did I not say that? When I was telling y'all about Exodus 23:22. Did I not tell y'all that? The voice y'all hearing is God. You. Yourself. Your conscience. You know what I'm saying? The soul is your temple. And did I not say that too? With the home. Wow. Anywho, let's see. Cancer card in brief. Women, kind women, female mysteries. The breast, mother, pregnancy, early life, the soul, what happens at night, the night sky, witches and their power, creative imagination, and being drawn in by illusion and fantasy. What is hidden, being withdrawn, introversion, seclusion, wanting to hide away, loneliness, secret love affairs. Kaldenstein encounters, culinary arts, nourishment, importance of food and diet, the digestive stomach issues, immediate family, ancestry, the tribes you belong to, the past, history. And I'm trying to tell you, with the whole Mandela effect, you could be looking at things, or you could be seeing how you have been shifting. Okay, looking back instead of forward. Yeah, but I don't think it's in a bad way. Or issues with trust, or trusting more in the divine, like I said, and trusting that you are succeeding over your adversaries, or actually standing on faith and surrendering the fact that you don't know everything. You're not going to know everything. If you try to understand every single thing, you're going to consistently throw yourself into some type of loop. So if you listen to your inner voice, your inner calling, and stop outsourcing, you will be good. Yeah. This is just doing shadow work. Inner awareness, memory, the past, hiding, seclusion, mother's the womb. Yeah. Some of y'all could be having a baby, finding out, or just looking into your ancestry. That's all. But you definitely are feeling more. Maybe you're tapping more into your soft era. Let's get a witch's oracle. Maybe I'll just do oracles today. I'm not going to make it long. Jeff Logan. Somebody's name could be Jeff. I just got a notification from Jeff Logan. Yeah. Some of y'all could drive a Volvo. Ancient nutrition. Yeah, I'm telling y'all could be going back to y'all roots. Tapping in to the wisdom of the ancestors, honey. Yeah, stability. I cannot make it up. Look at that. Let's get one, spirit. I'm seeing the remembrance in here. Security, intention, and spring. So those could be significant. I only want one. All right. Ethos. And I was seeing that damn card. I was trying to figure out what the name was. I was seeing the spell work. By the Wiccan law ye must, in perfect love and perfect trust, 8 words the Wiccan right fulfill. Pin ye harm none, do as ye will. Pin ever mind the rule of 3. With ye send out, comes back to thee. Follow this with mind and heart. Pin, marry ye meet, and marry ye part. Am I saying that right? It looked like P-I-N, pin. Yeah, so the Wiccan read. Let's read it. Ethos. Yeah, I told you I wasn't. Didn't I say something about that? You guys were praying more. Okay? Praying more over your home. You guys could be, you could do spell work for people. Okay. You are not one for sticking to the rules. In fact, you struggle when faced with that which you must adhere to. And didn't I say something about doing things backwards, missing steps? Somebody launched something prematurely just to show and prove to somebody, but they didn't get the labels, or you know what I'm saying? The product is not sufficient. Like, somebody is the product is watered down because they didn't want to do enough testing or research or something. So now somebody might have to go back, because remember it says looking to the back to the past. So somebody could be researching to do something differently or rebranding. Okay, you have a natural rebellious streak which has led you into trouble. I'm trying to tell you. But honor the side of you, for it makes you all the more wonderful. However, as a working witch, it is vital that you have integrity in all that you do. See? At all times must you follow the Wiccan Rede. You can rest assured that it was not put in place to spoil your fun, but to safeguard all magical practitioners from any harm to themselves and to others. You will find that Wiccan Rede is a positive instruction to live by and promises a way of life that is in tune with the balance of nature and perfect love and perfect trust. And did I not come here and say something about the Bible and how the Bible have a lot of hidden gems to help you navigate your life? So somebody did something, tried to do something, or is just out here doing something they had no business doing. Okay? You can be confident that nothing you do will come back and bite you when you live accordingly by the ethos of the Wiccan Rede. And bid the law of three, and ye harm none, do as ye will. So, yeah, somebody could be feeling something that they sent out, child. I was seeing the alchemist in my, you know. But yeah, somebody might have broke the rules. Somebody didn't follow the rules. But you are definitely succeeding over your adversary. So this could be somebody external to you, for me to say that whole thing about the elites and breaking the fucking rules, experimenting on fucking human beings, trying to weaponize your military. You know what I'm saying? Or this could even be like explosives and stuff like so forth and so on, you know? There could even be like like, it's given like, you know what I'm saying? It's giving X-Men. Do y'all remember when Jane had her hand, because the dam was about to break? So somebody could be at their breaking point, child. Something could be blowing up in somebody's face. Or this could be you feeling just overwhelmed. Okay? Or somebody else could be trying to come up against you and judge you and cloud your judgment out of anger and, you know, just deceiving themselves that they are overexerting themselves because you keep withstanding whatever they're sending you, or you just keep thriving and growing. But I'm seeing Jane when she had her hand up on, I don't know where these cartoon analogies is coming from, but I'm seeing the X-Men. And remember when she was trying to pull up the aircraft so it can go, and Cyclone or whatever his name, he was going crazy in there like no, and they were trying to hold him back. He was like, they were like no. And when I'm telling you, and do y'all remember when she lift that joint up and then she let it go, once she seen that they was out of harm's way, that go that God energy, that ancestor energy, that spirit, your team, making sure you got out of some type of harm's way before they let some shit release. And child, y'all remember what happened to her? She came back a whole different breed, honey. Everybody thought she was dead. The whole lake was dried out. I'm telling you, the lake was dry. So she absorbed all that water. So I don't know if people been sending you energy and you've been absorbing that bitch and transmuting it. And when you rose, or when you will rise, or when you will relaunch, or when you will rebrand, bitch, it's taking these niggas by storm. It's like, what the fuck? Literally. Y'all remember when what's the name, old boy with the glasses, went back to see where if he could find her, at least her body, She was not there. Was she? I don't know. I don't remember that part, but all I know that the place was dry. There was no water in the dam. The whole reservoir, the lake, the ocean, whatever that shit was dry. And when homegirl transformed, when she rose, when she came back, it was giving Lucy, bitch. Complete transform. When I'm telling you, using all her brain power, 100%. Because you know they said we only use 10. So when she came back, she was fully aware. Okay? She felt every single thing. Every single thing. And she was definitely breaking the rules. Because homegirl was just, they weaponized her. Okay? I don't know who found her, who picked her up, or whatever the case may be. But when she came back, homegirl was a force to be reckoned with. Remember, she was just moving her hand left, her hand right, and them niggas was just like dissipating. Thin air. Dust. I heard something about licking dust. What's that? That's Psalm 72, baby. What's that saying? Make your I feel what's that passage where it says the land with the mountains will flourish or something like that, and the enemies will lick dust. Bitch, I don't know what's going on. Let me get up out of here. Yeah, protection on the bottom of the deck. Let me get up out of here. Let's get one of these, and we're gone. So somebody can definitely feel something now. Yep, look, aware. Somebody's definitely aware of something. You see old boy with his mouth open like, oh my God. This could even been researched like I was attacking somebody who was innocent. And your ancestors, oh, yeah, your ancestors is like, we warned you. So somebody could have been forewarned that this was not going to prevail. This person is innocent. And some people could have known you was innocent, but they just wanted to pull rank, baby. They didn't care. Somebody might have a feminist problem. Even the angels, their highest, and remember the angels are all within us. The angels, we're telling them like chill. It's like the angel versus demon. It's like somebody highest self was telling their lower self like chill, don't do it. The lower self was like, don't listen to her, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they attacked the wrong person. They attacked the wrong person. They could have attacked your home with this Cancer energy. This could even be your ancestors rectifying something. And didn't I say something about course correction? Stop outsourcing. And that's probably what you did. You probably just got in tune and called up on them and was like, you know what? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Because I'm tired of these, you know what I'm saying? These fake ass magicians. This could have even been you feeling like a little lost or misunderstood, you know what I'm saying, and just needing a little hope and inspiration. Maybe you weren't feeling, maybe you cut off your energy, your heart chakra was closed off, maybe your root chakra, you know, maybe your sexual energy was being siphoned so much, or your creativity and your confidence that you just was struggling to even speak or be motivated to do anything, or you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all could have even just got you a life coach, started just doing more research and learning about yourself. Because if you don't know yourself, child, you're done. And I'm telling you, a lot of these people, they do things out of ego. They claim they're so healed, they're so this, they're so that, and they are not. You have to get healthy. You have to cleanse. A lot of these people don't cleanse. A lot of these people don't cleanse. They said a man could die and he could have 40 pounds of waste in his intestines. These people don't cleanse. Yeah. How you expect to harvest is just like cleaning out your closet. You have to make room. And then this could have been you just really getting more active with your health. Okay? Because you're not understanding. There go the discovery. Yeah, not understanding why certain things are occurring and realizing it all goes back to your biological breakdown. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And if you ever notice those people who do a lot of fuck shit, Yeah, mastery. You mastered yourself. Look, making better choices. And that's another thing. Maybe you're eating healthy. And don't you notice that some of the people who you find out after the fact that they're really wicked and disgusting and vile and shit, they don't eat meat, they don't really drink, they don't fraternize and do any of that stuff. Not everybody, but if you look back at some people in your life who claim to not indulge in those type of activities are the most toxic, because they know frequency, vibrational energy is a thing. Like what I put in my body is going to alter how I do things. And those be the hidden magicians and shit. But the dark ones, you know what I'm saying? They work out of their shadow. They still in a south node. They can't feel a motherfucking thing but control, manipulation, survival. You know what I'm saying? But you mastered something. Let's see. And we out 45 on the clock. Okay. Acceptance. Yeah. Somebody might be accepting their fate right now. Or somebody could just be accepting the fact that they feel how they feel. They have to start learning to honor and process certain emotions. Yeah. This could be somebody who missed the opportunity, might have wanted to be in union with you. Yeah. It says feeling value. This could even be somebody who's just trying to be more accepting of themselves. And that's what you could have did. Allowed to be, not fighting the energy. And I said this yesterday. Accepting some type of ending, some type of closure, understanding that a cycle is now done and it's time for you to move forward. Looking at this ending as an opportunity for growth instead of looking at it like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Initiating permission to do something different or wanting something different. Wanting to feel better, wanting to do better, wanting to get to know your ancestry more, getting to know your generational wealth, getting to know your power, getting to know different laws. This could even be somebody studying the universal laws. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody could have been having a lot of challenges and just deciding like, I'm done. I want something different. Okay? So, yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Maybe get one more. No. Maybe let's get a moon. So you guys could have a Cancer moon, Cancer South Node. Okay. Maybe you guys could be looking into your South and North nodes. You know what I'm saying? This could even be somebody who doesn't like the way they look, accepting their body. I saw this lady who said, it's 2025. Y'all don't need to be putting on no makeup to cover up no, you know? Nobody's worried about that. And truly, and I've noticed the guys, that whole BBL, that shit is, you ain't heard nobody talking about it no more. Nobody talking about a BBL no more. No one. And I know all them people. That's why I'm saying you putting all this foreign things in your body. How are you fully supposed to be your full authentic self? You know what I'm saying? Especially things that don't belong. Y'all might even be noticing that certain crystals and bracelets, y'all can't wear them no more. The energy is too much. Wanting to be more free. Because I know there was a period where I didn't want to wear earrings. I didn't want to wear my necklace. I didn't want to wear any of that stuff. I just wanted to be light. And I told y'all, I don't wear jeans. It's too heavy. It's too tight on me. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Even with shoes, I don't wear tight shoes. I wear, you know what I'm saying? I have so many sneakers in here that I'm about to put on my Poshmark. Because I don't wear it anymore. I don't like for my foot to be tight. I'm into leg warmers now. And like, you know, maybe Crocs or the Ugg slippers. Like, I like to be light on my feet. If I do wear a heel, it's like a little kitten heel. You know what I'm saying? I like to be comfortable. I don't want all that stuff on me. That's why even with the wigs and stuff, I have them. But it's just too much. Even my hair. That's why I like me a little finger wave. It's nice, it's cute, it's chic. And I'm gone. My little lipstick, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm real simple, but I'm not basic, bitch, you know? So some of y'all could just be accepting yourself. Maybe y'all wearing y'all hair naturally. If y'all did get any like alteration 4949 on y'all body, y'all changing that. Y'all might gonna go get that shit taken out with the whole, remember Black China? Yeah. An end of a tough cycle approaches, Capricorn. So y'all could definitely be Cappy and Cancer energy here. Dreams need a practical plan with Taurus, and I came in here saying something about that. I said something about Leo, Taurus, and Cancer, and here we are. Let me get one of these and we closing out. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope this was helpful. Okay. Ooh. Broke through your fear, Scorpionic energy. A lot of y'all might be realizing that your ancestors were warriors, yo. They ain't take no shit, and you could have just been playing small for a long time. Y'all could even be finding out that your ancestors was like superhuman. You know what I'm saying? They could have been military projects and, you know, yeah, look at a bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Yeah. Hold your vision. Let's read that. You could be finding out your ancestors were military projects, or, you know what I'm saying? Damn, it split right on this one. So let me just read. Release control and trust the universe, which you are. But this is the end of a tough cycle, but we're going to read the bigger picture. So let me find it. Full moon in Sagittarius. So maybe something significant could be happening in Sagittarius season. Some of y'all could be a life path. 9. You could have prominent 9 placement, 369. Maybe you're learning about numerology and how it can really help you, you know, learn about yourself. There's this guy on YouTube. I came across one of his videos, but I couldn't really watch it because I was looking for something else. And he was saying that numerology is way more powerful than something, bitch. Don't get me lying. And I feel like it is, because everything breaks down to numbers. Every single thing. Everything is a formula. That's why they be trying to say, well, if it's not science, then it's not, you know, and it's like, no. There's so many different tools and different methods that you can use to heal and understand and learn more about yourself. It's not always a science. Not always. Damn, where the hell is this look in full moon in Sagittarius 84. Is that it? Yes, it is. 84. So something about 84. Okay, somebody's grandmother could be 84. You could be born in 84. That's what I'm saying. You could be young. You could be still learning. You know what I'm saying? Well, not young, because how old would that be? 84 would be 40? Yeah, some of y'all just hitting y'all 40s or something like that. Okay, happy birthday. Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Leo. Happy birthday to you. Okay, let's read. It says, look at the bigger picture. Are you thinking too much about the details of or your dilemma? Fretting over miniature can be counterproductive. Or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. This card is a reminder that while it's good to think things through, sometimes you need to take steps back and look at a bigger picture. And we said this with this Cancer, I feel, looking back at the past so you can move forward. Okay, what do you then see about your current situation? What's the most positive thought you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if you don't yet have exactly what you want. This card also is a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. Atone to the moon. Take time out for a mini break or adventure. Additional meanings for this card. This situation may have come around because you've been distracted. Be confident without being overconfident to win the day. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. And this all goes back to that rule, honey. This goes back to that rule, being so fucking emotional, being in your ego, not learning how to control yourself, feeling like you have to regulate the situation in order to, you know what I'm saying, win something or be proven right, and it's not the case. Because when that person said what they said to me about, what if this person has some money for you and they trying to test you, why the fuck would you want to be testing me? Why would you need to do that? If you want to give me something, do it willingly with a genuine heart. Stop trying to control the situation. Excuse me. So somebody might want to apologize for their behavior. This could be you being more apologetic, or just apologizing to yourself, your inner child, apologizing for neglecting yourself and not accepting yourself, or feeling like you have to follow some type of fucking trend. Because I know that everything is a trend. And if you're not trending, or if you're not living up to social norms, systematic fucking decay. Okay? Sorry, Pop. My son is up. He don't like when I curse. Okay, what this is teaching you, 55:55 on the clock. The full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a big wide world to see beyond our backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into uncharted territory. It's about big ideas versus the details. No matter when you draw this card, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture and how accepting yourself is putting you in alignment with what it is you need to be feeling and understanding, and helping your lineage overcome. Because maybe back in the day, this could have been your ancestors who broke a lot of rules, did a lot of things, and maybe they trying to teach you and show you how to go the traditional way, have a little bit more integrity about yourself. Or maybe this is a people external to you who is understanding now, like, leave people be. This person was being themselves. This person wasn't overly confident. They were just very secure within their esteem. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm leaving it there. Like, share, subscribe. Big up on yourself. I will talk to y'all later. Okay, this could even be a family member who is wanting to be in the LGBT, and you're accepting that. You don't love them any less. Okay, so this could be somebody who want to come out and they're scared because they feel like they're going to be judged. But we in 2025. If you want to walk down the street with rainbows in your hair, with a tutu on, with some flip-flops, with a sprinkle gun, do that shit. Do it if that's what you feel like you want to do. As long as you're not hurting nobody, or that's your business. So like, share, and subscribe. Big up on the self. I call back all my energy, purified and cleansed. Call back all my energy in my home, purified and cleansed. Call back the collective's energy, purified and cleansed. Close every door. Thank you for the messages, Spirit. Holy One, Divine One, Ancestor, Spirit Guides, Great Mother, thank you, Universe, for all these messages. And I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great day. Toodles.